I found out on a Tuesday. The kind of Tuesday that starts with burnt toast and ends with your world collapsing. My bank app wouldn't open. Authentication failed. I thought it was a glitch, but when I called the bank, the woman on the line grew quiet. Too quiet. Then she said the words that split something inside me. All your accounts have been emptied. Every savings, every investment, every cent I'd worked for since my divorce. By the time I traced the transfers, her name was there. Mara, my sister. We used to share a room with 2 beds pushed together. She'd steal my socks, my hair ties, my secrets. I used to laugh when she lied. It was harmless then. We grew up in a small house with big promises. We'd always have each other's backs, we said, no matter what. When my marriage fell apart, she was the one who brought wine, told me I'd rise again. She helped with paperwork, bills. I gave her access to my accounts just in case, and she used that trust like a weapon. It started with little things, packages arriving at her place, her sudden new phone, the way she'd change the subject when money came up. Then came her boyfriend, Dean. Slick, confident, the kind of man who smirks even when you're talking about your dead dog. One night, I came home to find the house too quiet. My laptop was gone. So was my emergency file, the one with all my passwords. That's when I knew. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat there in the dark, staring at the dent her wine glass had left on my coffee table. Then my daughter, Ava, walked in, 9 years old, wide eyes, hair tangled from sleep. "Mom," she said. I managed to smile. "Everything's okay, sweetheart." She looked at me for a long time. "No, it's not. But don't worry, I handled it." I thought she was trying to comfort me. I didn't know she meant it literally. The next morning I filed the report, froze what little was left, and went through the motions of surviving. But inside, something cold had taken root. I stopped trusting words. I trusted silence instead. For 2 weeks, nothing, no call, no apology, no trace. Then, out of nowhere, Mara posted a photo. Her and Dean on a yacht, laughing, champagne in hand. The caption read, "Freedom feels rich." I didn't comment. I didn't message her. I just saved the picture. That night, Ava came into my office holding my old laptop. "I got it back," she said. I blanked. "Where did you—" "I tracked your email," she said simply, as if she were talking about a school project. "Aunt Mara used your login on her phone. I changed some stuff." There was a quiet pride in her tone that scared me. 2 days later, Mara called, screaming. Her voice was shrill, feral. "What did you do? Dean's accounts are frozen. Our yacht, our everything, it's gone." I let her rant, let her drown in her own panic. When she finally went quiet, I asked softly, "Everything feels rich, doesn't it?" Silence. Then a sharp intake of breath. You'll pay for this," she hissed. I almost laughed. "No, Mara, you already collected my payment." And then I hung up. Here's what she didn't know. Ava hadn't just changed some stuff. She'd redirected every fraudulent transfer, every asset under Dean's shell companies, back into a holding account under my name. Apparently her coding camp had been more advanced than I thought. But I didn't tell Mara that. Instead, I let her believe her empire was crumbling from within. I reported the theft anonymously, handed over the evidence Ava had found. Emails, bank trails, even a recorded conversation between her and Dean bragging about how the idiot sister will never know. Dean was arrested first. Fraud, identity theft, laundering. Mara followed 2 days later, still clinging to the lie that it was all his fault. I watched the news coverage once, just once, before deleting the clip. The night it ended, Ava sat beside me on the porch. She had hot chocolate. I had silence. "Are you mad I did it?" she asked. I looked at her, this tiny human with my eyes and her father's stubborn jaw. "No," I said, "but promise me something." "What?" "Next time someone hurts you, you come to me first." She nodded, but there was a flicker in her eyes, a dangerous kind of calm. I recognized it. It was mine. Now, sometimes I scroll past Mara's old photos, her laughing on beaches, pretending she wasn't always half a lie. People say revenge doesn't heal. Maybe they're right, but justice steadies your hands. My sister took everything from me, and my daughter, my brilliant, terrifying daughter, gave it all back. The accounts are full again, the house is quiet, and every night before I sleep, I whisper a prayer of thanks, not for forgiveness, but for inheritance.